So now we will look at Unity Asset Store. So Asset Store is a community-based environment that we can use to add component into our project. And also Unity support the account login into your environment. So I will recommend to sign in using Unity account. So you can easily go to Unity website and create an account. That is, account is free. You can use email, Gmail or any other email account to create that. Then you can see they have given features like this, the account. You can go to the account from here, and also you can navigate into the Unity Asset Store. So Unity Asset Store is in this URL. So you can go to assetstore.unity.com and you can get this Asset Store. Then I will start with the 3D. So you can see if you select 3D, you get this set of templates, right? A lot of templates are there. So let's see something like this. So some you need to pay, some is free to use and free to download, right? So if you use this template, you can see it's ultimate track, low poly. So it's some of the cities is involved, right? So this is another type of a way that you can add components. So if you don't have a 3D designer, you can add this component into your project. So I will explain how we can add these things, right? But it's really important to look at the license, right? Because the license gives you the permission, particular permission, that how you can add this into your project. So if a license says you are not allowed to use this in a commercial purpose, then you cannot use this. So before download, you can easily read the license, then you can look at whether I can use this or not, right? You can see there are many results are there. If you go low to high, you can get the free models that you can get into this, right? So you can see this is a 3D town that this person have created, and we can add this into our project easily, right? So in order to add, what you need to do is you need to click add to my assets. Then you can add this into your project. So you can sign in using your account like this, using Unity ID, that is generally an email address. Then you can use add to my assets and you can add this into your project. So if you go through this, you can see there are 5 office buildings, 7 shops, 16 crops, 9 vehicles. Likewise, it's a mobile friendly version and they are giving it for free as well. Then if you go to package content, you can see there are 81 files, 2.9 megabytes. Then these are the model files. So FBX is a popular extension in 3D Max. If you export the 3D model, you get FBX extension. Then you have these texture files, a scene. You can double click the scene and add this, right? So like this, you can see version, and also you can see reviews of this. So here there's no reviews for this download, and the versions and the package content, right? Then you can use add to my assets. Then automatically I will show how we can access that. Also there are some other templates, right? So let's say you want to use some templates to build your game. There are like 2,700 templates, right? So you can see some are a bit expensive. You need to pay some amount. This is about $75. You need to pay this to get this. But this is a completely working template like this. It's a prototype for FPS game, right? So it's again, you need to go through the license and see whether you can use this in a commercial purpose or not, because some are given for the study purpose where you can only study this. Some are given as a commercial purpose where you can add this into a mobile game for the PC game, and then you can apply this directly in your game environment. So you need to read the license like clearly, and there are some again free versions available, and some are from the Unity platform as well. Then some are VR related things as well. So again, you need to go to the particular documentation. You can see this is from Unity sample. So you can only study this, because you cannot upload though, you cannot use these graphics, because this is official version from the Unity company. So you cannot use that. But there are some you can use, but again you need to read prayerfully the licensing agreement and see how you can use that, right? So then you can add this. Again, this is from Unity Education, again for the education purpose only. But if you look at this, you can see it's a graphic tracing kit, about $40. and then you get the complete pack. They have given some examples of the gameplay and the mobile game and how you can use this in your application, and they have given a complete game as well. And if they given license to use that, you can use it and do some modifications and you can use that, right? So they have given complete things in this because this is another marketplace, right? Here you can see you can sell these assets as well. That's what the developers here are doing, that because you can make money while developing the game, right? You can develop these components, game objects, and then you can sell this in this asset store. So before actually publishing the game, you can also make money using the asset store. So if you go to here, you can see the package content. So here, since this is a complete game, we can see the things I mentioned at the beginning of the sessions, like audio files. Then we have the models, fonts, all the things are included in this: particles, textures, scripts, right? Scenes. So likewise, a lot of contents are involved. So now I will go and show you how to add this into our environment. So I can go to the asset store. So this is based on my account. Then you can add this into your environment. So you can see, you can select add to asset store, whether by free or paid. Then you can add this into your Unity game, right? So you can go to my assets in that, right? So the my assets link enable you to download these add to assets components, right? So you can see these are some of the things that I have added. So I will import this one. Then it asks you to import like this, right? Then once you import, it asking to select. So if you want to import everything, you can select. If it is multiple project, you can select from either of that. So within a couple of seconds, you can see everything is imported, right? So this is the third-person camera project, and then everything is there into the environments built in, right? You can see like this. Then I can go to the project. Then I can go to the scene and double click, save. If I go to the scene, I can see that downloaded one like this, right? So this is the one that I downloaded. You can see the project is added with a lot of files, right? So we have the animations, materials, prefabs, scene, scripts, right? So I double click the scene, then I will run this first. Right, so here you can see the character. Then you can use the arrow keys and then you can move, right? You can see it's like a game template that we can use, and again you need to read the license and see whether this is available for commercial version. But you can study this, of course, because they have given this with source code and everything. You can study this and how to look at how to create like this environment. So this is a third-person environment, right? So you can see the character in this because that is we call as a third person, and you have these obstacles and you can jump in, and you cannot go out this environment. They have applied physics on that. You cannot go out this environment, right? So like this. Maybe you can add some score, some more objects, and you can increase the size of the environment like this. You can add more interactivity, and you can make it as a game extension, right? So I will stop this. Okay. So if I go to the hierarchy, you can see the objects, right? So I have the here cube, shadow is the person, right? You double click, you can see shadow is the person like this. So in the person, you can see I have these animations that you have seen. Walking animations, like quite different type of animations. Then you can see different behaviors, right? Fly behavior, aim behavior, things like that. Then these are different game objects. You can see the cube, right? Environment, right? And the screen, right? Like these obstacles. So different environments like this, right? So this is how they have created this. So here you can look at the scripts, level scripts, and then the player scripts, right? Aim behavior, basic behavior, right? Then you can double click and you can look at the code, source code for this one. how it's created. So they have added the rigid body for this and third person camera, things like that, and you can analyze that and you can look at how they have created this, right? So like that, Assisto gives you thousands of samples, templates that you can use that, but not all are directly publishable, so you need to make sure the license, but it's really a starting point for your game, because you can try with different type of genres and different types of concepts much more easily, and because you get the starting points and it's officially everything configured for Unity. And one last thing I want to highlight, when you go to the Assisto, let's say this one that we selected, you need to look at the Unity version that you are going to target. So you can see here support version. The new Unity versions, new versions, they are given like the year number, so you need to look at that as well when you are downloading, because if the version is not supporting, you cannot use that into your project, right? So the next session we look at publishing